Did you know that no matter what the fashionable belay device of the day is, that the lightest weight belay device will always be a Munter Hitch? It weighs nothing, and you'll never drop one. So let's have a look at how we can belay with the Munter Hitch while we're on our multi-pitch climb and belay from above. It's a great backup plan in case you ever drop your belay device. Now let's say that we've led the pitch and we've got a 3-piece anchor that we built with our cordelette. Then we're going to take our locker for our clove hitch. Instead of clipping into the master point, we're going to clip into the shelf. So we're going to grab one strand off of that cam, one strand off this middle cam, and then one strand off that left one. And make sure you grab the right strands so all the cams in your anchor are equally loaded. And then you can clove hitch in. Lock your carabiner. Make sure you have plenty of room here on your clove hitch. Then go ahead and take the carabiner for your Munter Hitch and put that on the lower master point. Now at this point you can say off belay. Now what am I going to do here with the back side of my clove hitch? It tends to get in the way. It's visually cluttered. So for simplicity's sake, let's take that back side of the clove hitch and push a bite through our belay loop and clip it in to some random carabiner on the side of your harness so it's out of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to stack the rope at my feet. Now I really don't want to have to make lap coils back and forth here because it takes a lot of effort and it can distract from the important job of belaying. So I'm just going to make the stack right at my feet, and most of the time that'll work unless you're on a hanging belay. Okay. And then your partner at some point when you pulled up all the spare rope, they'll say, "That's me," and then you can build your Munter Hitch. So let's say that your partner's coming up on the left side and your stance is to the right. So we're going to clip a bite of rope into the locker and take the right side, the brake. We'll go left hand, thumb down, make a loop, bring it up and into the locker, lock it down, and then we can verify that it's a Munter Hitch in how it flip-flops back and forth. Okay, now our right hand in this case is the brake. We must never let go of our brake hand because, well, there's friction here, but there's no auto locking. There's not even any braking assist like you would have on a Gree or a Reverso or ATC guide in direct belay mode. So our brake direction is down, okay? And one thing to watch out for is, let's say you've got a real heavy climber on a steep climb, overhanging maybe. Watch out for your hand getting too close because you might get your hand sucked in, okay? Now our hand motion is going to be very difficult if we are too tight on our clove hitch here. So if we don't have enough room, we're going to be like this, and that is going to be not only real tiring for ourselves, but dangerous because we're not going to be able to keep up with our partner. And nobody likes to have too much slack when they're climbing. So give yourself plenty of room on your clove hitch so you've got a high master point that's above your head, ideally. Okay, I like to climb above the belay stance to put my pieces in so that I've got plenty of room to do big hand motions and keep up with my partner easily. Okay, so our hand motion is going to be this: right hand starts high, left hand low. Pull with both hands opposite directions. Slide the left hand down. Grab hold of the brake. Brake hand slides up, and then release. Pull, left hand down, grabs both, right hand up, release. Okay? So you can actually motor once you get a hang of this, okay? And if they fall, you're just pulling with that right hand. Pull it down. Okay, now let's take a look if your stance is on the left and your partner will be coming up on the right. So in that case, you're still going to clove hitch the same way into the shelf. So get your locker onto the shelf, carefully grabbing the correct 3 strands and checking that. Clove hitch in, lock, check your locker, cinch your clove hitch down. I wouldn't say off belay quite yet. For your own security, go ahead and add the carabiner to the lower master point first. Now you can say off belay. Take the back side of the clove hitch, push a bite through the belay loop, and clip it into a locking carabiner on your side. Stack the rope at your feet until your partner says, "That's me." Now your partner's coming up on the right, so we'll clip a bite into the locker, and then the side closest to us will be the brake. So we're going to take the right hand on the brake, thumb down, make a loop, Bring the loop up into the locker, lock it down, check it, check the Munter hitch. Now, the thing to get used to is the left hand is the brake. So even though the hand motion is the same, just mirror image, it's going to feel different. So give yourself a little time to practice. So left hand comes down, right hand goes up, in sync. Right hand comes down, grabs both, left hand goes up, release it. Pull with both hands, right hand comes down, grabs both, left hand goes up, release. Now, you can get a little bit of a twist from a Munter hitch belay. You hear people saying that a lot, but it's not that bad, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. If you don't want to put the clove hitch on the shelf and you want to put everything down on the lower master point, it's fine. You just get a little bit of extra rubbing, not a big deal. As far as rubbing, I really like how smooth this belay is, okay? There's no rubbing and very little resistance, so it's easy on my shoulders compared to an ATC guide or reverso in direct belay mode. This is much easier. Now, you're going to run into Munter hitches, if you haven't already, in the rescue scenarios. So let's say that your partner falls and you're belaying with an ATC. Well, you might need to transfer their load a couple times to other belay systems. So you might need 3 belay devices. Who climbs with 3 belay devices? So you're going to end up using Munter hitches for the second and third belay device. So you see, it's a very handy hitch to learn. And like I said, if you ever drop your belay device, well, you can keep climbing. Belay's on!